Huma, and welcome to the adventures of Russell the Canberra Series. In this episode, we're checking out the National Carillon. On the 12th of March 1963, then Prime Minister Robert Menzies read a message from Harold Macmillan, the British Prime Minister, offering a gift of either a bell tower or fountains to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Canberra being founded as the nation's capital. Ultimately, the Cabinet chose a carillon and bell tower on Aspen Island. This distinction is important as a carillon is an instrument that consists of at least 23 bells. They are housed within the bell tower. The National Carillon has 57 bells, making it a grand carillon and the largest carillon in the Southern Hemisphere. Today, the entire structure is known as the National Carillon. A design competition was held between 1967-68 between 6 architecture firms, 3 nominated by the Royal Institute of British Architects and the other 3 by the Royal Australian Institute of Architects. Each entrant was given £750 and a further £1,000 if they won. They were also expected to visit the site as well, with the cost being reimbursed. The winners were the Western Australian firm Cameron, Chisholm and Nicol. Their design was symbolic and modern and was located well to reflect off the lake. The design was made up of 3 triangle columns, representing the British and Australian governments and Canberra, the tallest of which is 50 metres tall. The idea of the design came from playing around with Toblerone boxes. Construction began on the 15th of August 1969 when the Governor-General Sir Paul Haslock unveiled the foundation stone. Due to the size of some of the larger bells, the carillon was designed to have a space in the centre of the clavier room and bell chamber to allow them to be hoisted into position. The bells were cast by John Taylor and Company of Loughborough, England, the same foundry that supplied the bells for the Bathurst War Memorial Carillon and the University of Sydney War Memorial Carillon. The largest of the bells is also the largest bell in Australia. It is inscribed, "Presented by Britain to the City of Canberra in commemoration of the Golden Jubilee of the founding of the National Capital of Australia, 12th of March, 1963. Thanks to a speedy and efficient construction process, the National Carillon was completed in early 1970, just in time for Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, to open the carillon on the 26th of April 1970. Recitals happen on a regular basis, including a Star Wars-themed recital on May 4th. But the inaugural recital was performed in front of the Queen and Prince Philip by John Douglas Gordon. John was originally the carillonist for the Sydney University Carillon and was influential in the development of the National Carillon. Between 1970 and 1988, he performed about 350 recitals. And on the 26th of April 1995, the Aspen Island Bridge was renamed to the John Gordon Walk. To mark the passing of time, there is an automatic mechanism that chimes at each quarter of the hour between 8 AM and 11 PM. Upon the hour, the Westminster chime is played, further strengthening the ties between Australia and the UK. When the clavier is played, the bells are struck from the inside, but when the Westminster chime is played, they are struck from the outside. How we pronounce carillon is interesting as well. In English-speaking countries, carillons weren't really a thing, preferring ropes instead of a clavier to chime bells. So the English language doesn't really have an anglicised word for it. The word has origins in French from the word quadrillion, meaning 4 bells. The Dutch and Belgians, on the other hand, the people who invented and perfected carillons, pronounce it how we do. In 2020, the carillon received operational upgrades. 2 new bells were installed, the clappers were replaced, and the wires connecting the bells to the clavier were upgraded. The larger of the 2 bells installed is called the Ngunnawal Bell. It was welcomed to country by Ngunnawal elders on the 7th of February 2020. Inscribed on the bell is a welcome to country in both Ngunnawal and English. So whenever it rings, it will extend a welcome to everyone in the capital from the original custodians. 50 years on, the National Carillon still rings true for all Canberrans. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment and share. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button.